Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody all around the world, and thank you for joining us today for another King Infernus Cup live show. My name is MK. I'll be your presentator for today, and I'll be rolling with a co-caster. It is none other than Ninal himself. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, MK. We kicked off King's Infernus Cup in quite a fiery fashion, and I'm excited to get back over to it. Maybe could check out some of the upcoming matches. I kind of made some notes, but regardless, we'll definitely be covering the highlights.
Yes, absolutely. And actually, before we start getting to this action, I forgot to do something that's very, very important for what we're trying to do here, Nal. So without
Okay.
hesitation, let me do this for you. This will make it a lot easier for us
Right?
to work together.
Thank
Yes,
you.
it will be. Everybody at home, as we're a little behind today, but we have quite a highlight reel that we'll get into in a little bit. But this is the first week over of King and Furnace Cup. I know everybody's still excited for really big tournament 7 finishing up, but that'll be later this weekend. The match is not scheduled yet, so we don't have quite as any information as far as when that match will be. But before we go into King and Furnace Cup now, let's just let everybody know that for our BT7, it is undecided that if they're going to play 2 games or one. In the event that Hikori wins, we'll find out when it's scheduled to see if they'll play both games back to back, or there would be a possibility we could see a part 2 of the grand finals if Hikori will get the first victory, because it will be best of 3, but UN already has one up because they're in the winner bracket now.
All right. Yeah, it would be interesting either way. It would be like a massive marathon. One way would kind of give teams a little bit of time for rejuvenation if we do 2 weeks, but it's not guaranteed. So we'll just have to see if UN can't clean sweep all the way through the winners bracket first.
Yeah, for sure, but as that will be later decided. We just wanted to hit that off before we jump back into King and Furnace Cup, because this is not an RBT live show. We'll have a pre-show for RBT's grand final, so we'll worry about that later on. But for now, we're here. We do have the highlights of the week we're going to go over. We have some matchups of the week, and man, is there one matchup I am really looking forward to? No, which
I think I know the one.
yeah, it's going to be a big one against Envy and Goat are going to meet each
Yep.
other in the group stage, and that is going to be a match to see, let me tell you. It's going to be 2 top-ranked teams. I'm not quite sure exactly where they're at in the seedings, but we'll go over there. Why don't we go check it out now while we sit here and wait a little bit. Let's pop this view over for everybody. Here we go. I apologize for the bright color. I should have put dark mode on, but this is what we have for now. Let's see, as far as the seedings. Oh, this is really bright. I apologize for everybody's eyes, but look at this. We're going to have rank number 1 Envy against Goat and all, and that's going to be a heck of a matchup for this coming up week, and man, am I looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm extremely excited for that match. There's a couple other ones I'm also super excited for. Signalis versus Sexy should be an interesting match. L'Obscurité versus Cat Revenge, kind of upper mid-level South America versus upper mid-level China. We also got, let's see, the Boys in the Favela versus the Penguins of Madagascar. That should be a good one. And there was one more on my mind. Well, in general, we had a couple interesting South America versus South America matchups that are run backs from previous cups. So I'm interested for those as well. Won't list them because there's a number of them, but yeah.
Yeah, I can see here some of the matchups we have for the week is Karazuna against Mat Feeders, Ascendant against Rap Stars, Signalis against Sexy, as you said. There's Boys of the Favela against Los Piñones de Madagascar, if I got that right. Hikori against Smurf Time, or Smurf Party Time, and the matches just keep going on here now. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
look at that. L'Obscurité against Cat Revenge. I know L'Obscurité is a joint team now. We went over this at the beginning with Raw joining them. So they kind of
Yeah.
joined forces. I'm looking forward to seeing them. I don't know about how many of these other ones you're looking into now, but I'm pretty excited for them.
Yeah, there's a couple like No Skilch Academy versus Berserker's Mood, where maybe they're not as well-known teams, but they'll definitely be pretty fiery matchups to be sure. Synergy gonna have to prove themselves against Winterfell, the Thai team of Winterfell as well. They've been making some noise, so just I could really go down the list and choose a good amount of these, which is really it's not necessarily super surprising, but it is good to see since we're only into round 2 of the group stage.
Yeah, and for those that aren't familiar with this page that we're showing here, let me link this for everybody real quick. So everybody can see this and follow around. For some that have not witnessed this yet, spell this correctly. I'm butchering the spelling. There we go. Here's the schedule you can follow. This is a view. If you guys watch, we'll show something here. Let me switch back to the first week that is finished. We're still updating this, and we try to do it every day. It's just kind of challenging. But here's going to be every match lined up. You'll have the rounds you can click on and see. If you just hover over, see right here, it'll automatically click to round 1. Here's automatic click to the Discord channel. L4D Gamers. Everybody's stream is down here. If you want to catch their live streams, just hover over. It goes right to the channels. Here for Nine If you look for Spanish, here for Bedpinas. And the group is getting larger and larger. And if you look over here on the side, which is going to be filled up probably within the next 2 days, is the link archive over here now. It'll allow everybody just to come over here and click and go direct link to their YouTube channel to find them. And you'll have your YouTube channel on here now. I'll have mine. Mando will have his. And I believe the rest of the Spanish streams and both Chinese streams have given me permission to put their archives on L4D Gamers. So at a later time, we'll try to get up there as quick as possible. It's a lot of uploading time and a lot of converting videos, so it's not the quickest thing to get out there, but we will have a complete storyline of every game possible with these going forward. So keep an eye on them to be updated, and you can check out your times when they'll be scheduled now. And I think this is an awesome update for all tournaments going forward if L4D Gamers is covering it.
Yeah, it's so useful to have a tool like this. I'm right there with you. Really excited to use it. It does take a little bit of work, sure, but it's absolutely worth it.
Definitely, and this will be the matches for the week. We went over most of them. Look for them to be scheduled. Unfortunately, we already have 3 forfeit wins in the bottom right here. No, so these people are because teams have been exiting the tournament, I believe. So that's why that is that way. And we have one scheduled already. No, I don't know if you noticed it, but we did get one in there. It's going to be Karazunu against Matt Fetters, and they're going to be scheduled for 6 p.m. Eastern. Or if you're looking for Peru time, 5 p.m.
Yep, that is going to be a ways in the future, though. Always exciting to see when teams schedule their matches and they are early in the week. So that was kind of anticlimactic. But still, those matches are getting out there. Hopefully, we're going to have at least like one every day or every other day here through the weekdays.
Yeah, we'll do our best to get them up there as fast as possible, let everybody know, and so we have plans to try to get as many of them casted as possible, as usual. Of course, it doesn't always work out that way, because sometimes we just have things going on, but that will be the schedule. Everybody sees that. We'll get that going forward. Every tournament will have one, and will be inside exclamation schedules inside our Twitch chat. Make sure all the L4D Gamers casters get it as well. We'll make sure everybody has a link and share it with whoever wants access to it, but I know what everybody wants to see now, and I think without hesitation, we should get into it. Why don't we go to the highlights of the week? Here we go.
Kick it off.
And this is going to be, grab your popcorn and buckle up, because it's going to be a little bit of a ride, let me tell you. Let's start it off with Cronus against In Memory, a.k.a. NA's Last Hope. And usually what happens if we show the outcome of what's about to happen here, and it's going to be unfortunate for the infected here, but let's let it play out for him. He tries to get his car into play. He takes a lot of chip here. I like the idea for the smoker now, but he spawned way too early. Not able to get it. And you know what happens when your support goes in and it dies, and they don't land anything. And if we're showing a clip of it...
stranded.
Yeah, and if we're showing a clip of it, you know what's going to happen, and this is going to be a no-hitter coming out from Triple H. And that's no WWE fighter, let me tell you that.
That's for sure, but see how they do through the rest of it. Okay, jockey on the head. Smoker pulls through. Spitter as well. 20% on the very first hit. Not the recovery they were looking for there, MK.
No, it wasn't. And then immediately after that, they come in with a rolling
Oh,
tri-cap with the guy in the front.
oh,
The clears were pretty decent coming out there. And by the way, for those people that think that Yam is Yams, it is not Yams
no.
that played with Bravo. It is a different Yam, just so everybody is aware of that. And then here come Reach's tank. And let me tell you, you need to make sure you run back when the tank spawns and all, or stuff like this can happen. And he scores a 3-cap with the car, putting him down, making it easy for the hunter to clean it up.
Yep, question mark comes out in chat. Right there with them.
I can't disagree, no. I mean, you got to make sure you get the run back here. And now this is going to be the first start again. Cronus on the infected on the other side. Even though the charger misses, this attack is going to do so much damage, as we're going to try to pretend that Coach is a pinata, as we just beat the crap out of him with the charger, and he goes down to under 40 HP, and he gets the slam down, goes down to 15.
Man.
And this is just a team very dominant against, it looks like a team that's just starting to get off their L4D career.
Yeah, another hit comes in. Jockey on the head with the try. Not quite able to land the quad. They give him a little bit of rope there, as In Memory does survive it, but look, Triple H, he's dead.
Yeah, it was the quad try. Actually, I think that was the quad try. It just didn't work out because of separation, and due to that person being pulled in the front. And I think this is Coronas kind of playing this a little funny here. I don't think we've ever seen a tank fight in the safe room. As the hunter dies, he gets the first punch and he ran away. And he would get another punch and ran away. He would get a third punch and decide to kind of hover. And then here he commits. And I don't think we've ever seen this, no. But there's so many punches coming out here by the infected team. But the SI kind of just go in one at a time, which is probably why they're not going to guarantee the wipe. But look how close this gets, no. It's so close.
A groundbreaking approach by Cronus, something we really haven't seen before. It wasn't the most effective, but was fun to watch for sure.
And then we're about to see a little entertainment.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes some entertainment now. Remember this, don't you?
Oh, yeah. How could I forget this? They got him.
Here you go.
No. In Memory says, thank you very much. We will be cashing that one in. They end the round abruptly.
And then here comes a play, no, which doesn't come around very often. It usually happens to newer players with newer teams, but when you get a tri-cap and there's only one person up, and that person's boomed on, and you can't free anybody. Here's a hitman. No, this is a hitman. Term going back all the way to 2009 in Left 4 Dead 1.
Oof.
And unfortunately, that smoker gets a kill, the charger gets a kill, and only 2 people left to come get cleaned up. Charger easily goes in, gets the land and the hunter, and there goes the wipe. And they throw the GG out early now. It was a little too much for them to handle.
Yeah, can't blame them. Up next, we got Envy versus Teletubbies. Love the avatar of Teletubbies, but they have got their work cut out for them here against Envy. Tank comes in from God. That first car going to go deep and wide. Getting 1 smack, make it 2. But Charger dead. Where's the Hunter smoke? Hunter's up above. Smoke walks up the pull, gets broken off. Skeet the rock, clear the smoke. God's going to disengage here for the time being. 2,500 health around the car. Hunter just hopping around. Gets skeeted for free. Not what you want to have happen there. While the tank has his back against the wall playing around this hittable. Jockey Boom alive.
I think he only gets a rock there, but look how close this comes here now towards the end. It is so unfortunate that it just didn't go the way, and actually I believe the cut on this highlight didn't work properly, so I apologize. And here, this opening attack now. Look at Envy just coming from the back. Ooh. Look at this charger cover. 1 punch, 2 punch. They try to clear it. He runs away. Then he takes him again. he,
Wow.
he scares Coach down the stairs or down the ladder. Then Coach decides to come back up, beat the Charger. And what an opening attack from Envy. And what a boom respawn. I remember calling this out when we were doing this game together, Now It was a heck of a boom respawn. Almost a tri-cap coming out there, but not quite. It does get the tank up, but Teletubbies just taking damage, and that was about a 20-some percenter going out there.
Nasty hit. Of course, you could tell Rochelle bleeding out to half health due to being down in the safe room. Ooh, nice little curve rock by Deck here. With the tank coming in, Rochelle going to get smacked up. Teletubbies already in hot water here with Rochelle going down. Hunter catching on the back line. Teammate decides to go for him. Corner, the rock, smack, just about down. It will clear the smoke. But Deck still has 2,000 HP here. 2 SIs up. It's another smack. Jockey on the head. The rock. Charger spawn up.
Look how beautiful this Charger is. Takes the right target too, leaving the other one
Love
easy
it.
for the tank. It was so well done. And actually, no, that pole goes forward there. If you notice, the smoker actually stays far enough away so the survivor flies off of it, so it stays right in front of the tank's punch again. It was so well done. He does it twice. It's good teamwork. As here comes the tank out for the infected team against Envy. Teletubbies coming in here. Actually, it looked pretty promising here for a minute. They send the support, but it gets skeeted, and unfortunately they get a 2-cap, but he misses his punches in the corner, and that could have been an in-cap on the Nick there, and he probably could have decommitted with a couple hundred HP, but it was a good try by Teletubbies, spreading the damage onto Envy Survivor.
Definitely a nice attempt. Straight.
I forgot that. No, I forgot the double charge.
Yeah, with the smoke from the behind. I love it.
Catching him out of midair with
nice
the
little hit.
Pole.
Yeah. As we watch Presto's tank getting a couple hits on Rochelle. Jockey gets him 2'd away. They are in the boom. The quad boom. Rochelle walks into the dumpster, corners herself. Poor Rochelle down. Actually, he just disengages here.
Yeah, I think that was not a bad play to disengage, but unfortunately they didn't get anything out of it. Presto trying to hold on as they get a charge spit in the stairs. And this is just so much damage coming out here as the back through it. It pretty much takes the rest of their bonus away as they crawl into the safe room. And this is interesting right here, Null. Watch the play. Actually, this is one attack earlier. This is just a good charge spit attack pulled on to Envy. And this is probably this is actually the most damage out of a single SI attack coming out from the Teletubbies onto Envy. And this is actually going to be the commit from their tank. And he actually brought the tank from the back now, which isn't a bad idea. But the jockey gets shut down, and so did the hunter. And now he only has a charger to help him here. The charger doesn't really help either, but he does get a double punch with a single punch, able to follow up before he gets killed off. That was a great play, but just well executed from Envy on shutting down the spawns.
Yeah, great clears, and you already know what's going to happen with a clip like this. Charge connects in the spit as well. Hunter follow up, and the jockey recommit on the target that stands back up, and that is going to be a massive hit.
Yeah, 20% are coming out here, and they try to get an early pull for their tank. This doesn't work out though. Can't get the pro, but the separation here was a big mistake coming out from Nick. And Nick is going to be able to get the M2, but he can't clear the smoker. But it actually worked out because the other SI missed. And this is actually going to be a pretty good take so far. But Kimchi gets a long arm, gets another corner, and salvages this tank by almost getting a second in cap. And look at their bonus now. It's all gone.
Right. Flashing forward a bit, post-event, dealing with the jockey, but can't deal with the ricocheting Hunter, the charge. Finishing the job. Nice spit as well. And they survive.
Yeah, they do, believe it or not, no, but unfortunately when they're all slow like this, it doesn't take really much as the jockey comes in, gets a scratch, latches one, there's a pullback. Boomer didn't even have to do anything. And then we switch it into their final tank coming out for Teletubbies. Let's see how they set it up here. I mean, they have the kind of right idea. Everything spawns up. The smoker pull forward is great. The only mistake here is he shouldn't have landed that rock. No, he freed him. And then
Yeah,
he goes and takes the charge guy who got freed, which is a good play. But right now, he probably would be able to decommit and wait for more spawns. But he misses his last two punches there, gets juked around. And then Envy will push on. And now Envy's tank coming here, same spot. What a triple boom as the tank
amazing.
spawns. And Sync's gonna send it in right away now. No hesitation. Rochelle got a little too aggressive there. Gets herself cornered, but mispunched by Sync. Gets another one there. One more or two more will follow up at the end cap. This just melts away the DB. Still at 3,300 HP. Now the survivors are split. And he gets another one.
Oh,
And this actually getting a pickup there, which the jockey can't do anything about it. But there's a pounce and a tank corner over here. Jockey staying alive. Sync still at 2,700 HP. The jockey will land, and this gives them one more corner. And now that the last survivor is slow, not much more they can do. And this will be Envy wiping them up, getting the W for their week after Group Stage 1.
well done by Envy, of course. Nice attempts by Teletubbies. Had some moments, but outshined once everything is said and done. The Crew versus Penguins of Madagascar up next. I had the pleasure of casting this one. Longtime co-caster Wolfie on Team Crew. This was a beautiful survivor moment from the Penguins. Look at the setup here. They send in Zoe and Francis. The smoke into the charge, perfect. But look, the other two survivors were right there ready for the clear on that charge. And it gets completely nullified. 99.3% left after what can often be a very devastating hit. Moving forward a little bit, this was the Crew's time to shine with Colin on the tank. Trying to get the engage. Charger spawns in, but not finding anything yet. Smoker tongue into a double smack. Misses that follow-up smack, but look at the clap from the charge, which he instantly capitalizes on. Hunter gets in there for a moment. They stand up. Boom, double smack. Follows it up. One more double smack. Chooses to disengage at this point after he downs Zoe. I love it.
Wow, that was
But
a great attack there. No, that double charge in there was so clutch.
and at this point, we're like, the Crew can get back in it, but you can't get too far ahead of yourself here, MK, because they got a quad.
Uh-oh. That usually means if they got a quad coming and we're watching it, it might mean the inevitable. And it is going to be a tri-cap, and there's the cleanup. No. Oh, no. Unfortunate
Rough.
for the Crew.
Definitely. They keep fighting it out, though, here on their survivor side. Taking it up. I think they were decently good on the SIs, so you can tell they're pretty far in the hole here, 2,000 points, but they still got their survivor side. However, the smoke pull, they dodge the charge. Everything's looking good for the Crew, right? Wrong. Look at the car. There they go.
Can't park there, mate.
You cannot park there. Unfortunately, it continued to unravel for the Crew. This tank going to be quite effective as well. Look at the hittable control. Gets that sneaky rebound into, look at this. Just a little tip over into the follow-up. Beautiful SI teamwork to enable those dumpy hits as well. Got two left alive, and I do believe they go down at this point.
Never lose in Rap Stars. I didn't get to see this one.
Yes, this is two South American teams. They have definitely faced off many times before. This is an interesting spot. You'll notice 17% of the HB is all they got, and it's almost all centered on Ellis. So instead of going for a stairwell hit, Rap Stars decides to lock in on the side room. They actually find him with the charge in the spit, Jockey being a nuisance, preventing Rochelle from really being able to support too much, and that bonus is gone.
I like those surprise hits. Sometimes they work out very well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It all depends on the situation as well, but I think that was the right clap on it. And sugarcane field hit here now.
Yeah. You'll notice they finally get in. It's just a 2-2. but I love the execution from Never Loses SI side here. You think that they've gotten in, but Coach not quite. Smoke pull. It's the boom, wedging himself in between in the spit with the boom stumble into the smoke. I love that.
Good play before they go in there. You don't want to let them go in for free. That's what I like to say, no. And usually, if we're gonna see a map 4 issue, oh, they know what we're gonna see. We're gonna see cars flying. Oh my gosh, no! What happened?
Yep.
Oh.
Fonny. Oh my! I forgot about that one. I forgot about that one. Not gonna lie. Fonny NG, I believe the team captain, laying it on thick there with the charge all the way through. This round's as good as done.
Oh my gosh, what a car. It just rained from the sky now. You wouldn't believe it if you didn't see it.
Yeah, right. But we've got Sexy versus Moonsliders, and you know the tank is AI, but Moonsliders are wedged back in here. This was the first match of the KIC that I was able to cast, and what a way to start off. The AI tank, 2,500 health left, gets a double smack, follows it up with another smack onto Coach. SI has come in, trying to help him out. He's got 1,000 HP left, smoke pull behind, another double. The catch from the other SIs. Get ready for the rock. Hold on, wait, what? Yeah,
No.
he lands that. Yes, he lands that. That was a wipe, by the way. That ended up being a full wipe.
Oh, that is insane.
Yeah, the AI wipe right away to
We
kick
have
it off.
peaked 3. I don't know if you know what that term means, but I'll have to show you another time, but that's incredible.
Moonsliders, you know, we're hoping for them to get back into this. Look at this cheeky little smoke pull. He said, nah, get over here, Scorpion style. And at this point, Moonsliders started to fall apart. You see the jockey getting in there. He did eventually get cleared, but Moonsliders struggled so much on that Chapter 2. Into Chapter 3, not quite the instant kill, but look at the damage. Collat charge into the spit. They're in the corner. Hunter catch, isolated location. Jockey follow-up on the Collat charge target, and their bonus is completely ripped away at the very start of Chapter 3.
Wow, what a attack. What a tri-cap. No, that is insane.
And Sexy was ranked by us by like 60. They were like 60. We have not heard of this team. We did not know those players, but they came to play. Very impressive showing.
And neither one of them had an icon, so I couldn't put their their logos up here. And I forgot to full screen this clip, so I apologize for everybody watching, but a little bit of a graphic error there.
Yeah. Love the work you do, though. MK puts in so much work to designing all this, but regardless, the hit is in, and this is not the most effective tank, but I did want to highlight the car. I think that this is such an effective car setup and something we don't really see all the time. You might see a car kind of hit near that area, but I thought that was such a great hit. It secures the down. I thought it was kind of sick. Skipping way forward, this was...
Oh my.
Look at that. Look at that.
So
there
well
it
done.
is. The jockey. The alley-oop. Unfortunately, the tank can't quite find too much here. You can see the scores are still quite even. But it's been very... just like 5% here, 5% there. No like extremely highlight-worthy moments, but that is going to change with this one. Look at the scoreline. Aura's got 766 bonus left. Post tank, that's 87%. They're about to get full distance. It's looking like they could win this, but they're eyeing down a quad. Smoke, Hunt, Jock. Charger clears it, but they get the collat with the charge. Jockey's hopping around. Where's the clear? Nowhere, and he's not even looking at the jockey. And that is like almost 900 bonus gone.
Wow, they would have. I think they would have won if they made that, didn't they? I think they would.
Yeah,
they
would
won
have.
the game.
That prevented the win. Yeah, and
Insane.
Wild and Shocking Asia is going to walk away with that. Now, this is my bad. I accidentally had this clip in there. This is one that you're going to see again in a second, so just act like you didn't see this one for the time being. But yeah, Aura versus Wild and Shocking Asia had a crazy conclusion. Definitely a VOD you might want to check out because it was quite an even match. Could have gone either way. But we do have Sangre Nueva versus Bieber y Sus Choros, which is Colossus. And they were up against, like I said, Sangre Nueva. Didn't have too much to show here, but I did want to showcase this tank. He gets the isolation onto one target, and I really liked how Colossus executed from here. He's playing keep away, making sure that Ellis is trapped in here, not overcommitting one way or another until he gets the isolation via the smoker. boom, he's in the corner, keeps him trapped in there, and now he's going to continue to play keep away to make sure that no one can pick up this down survivor. He's got 3,300 health left. You can see he's playing perfectly around the environment to negate any damage. He's starting to get his SIs back up here. We got a charge. Get ready for it. There he goes. Brings him straight into his grave. Make one right next to his friend there as he is isolated in the corner once again. And they do start to push up, but Hunter Jockey are already spawned up here, MK. And there they go. Jockey not quite going to be able to find it, but they do finish the job.
Beautifully done by Colossus. Great special infected, I would say there. Now it's just about as textbook as it gets. And Cat Revenge is the only image that had a GIF for it, so we'll see it animated until we get to the next part.
That's so sick.
Yeah, kind of funny, but here we go. It's going to be the commit of his tank. He does get a punch as he eats a survivor off the top. Hittable. Oh, this is the repeat that you were talking about, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I knew that.
So he's going to be standing up. Look at the tank. This was Winterfell, so they're trying to make a big statement. Cat Revenge you might not recognize, but this is Bochi, essentially. So nice attempt with the car. Almost turned into a double cap for a WTF, which would have been sick. Unfortunately, they didn't get it. You can see the score has completely fallen apart for WTF, and it doesn't stop there. 2,500 chapter score for Bochi after 2 chapters, as well as this beautiful hit.
Wow, it's even a beautiful skeet, but look at the damage roll out. The jockey is gone, taking him for a journey. Beautiful 10%er. You love 10% hits when you hit. Oh my gosh, look at that jockey cover. Oh no!
Tank is in!
And the tank's up! Oh no, it's disastrous.
And you know it's over. Unless maybe it's not. Look at the movement out, Coach. The tank is absolutely falling apart. He is not even going to get one in cap here. I don't know how it didn't happen, but he doesn't even find one MK.
Wow, what a shutdown.
Crazy. Yeah.
That was so well. It looks like they just had a rough first map because look at the scores. They did pretty well.
Yeah, seriously. So that was a perfect recovery, but then...
Oh, this one looks like... Oh, no, I thought it got corrupted for a minute there.
Look at the jump! The double jump at the same time while the tank goes for the smack. This is a setup that you see more often in the Chinese meta than other places because you got all these hittables outside. So they just take it inside to prevent any kind of hittable shenanigans, and they do survive. Yes, they take an in cap, but with this nice point advantage, they've got points to lose, and they do lock in the dub.
I like that call now to fight it inside there.
Yeah.
It's very impressive.
Not something you see every day, but was nice. Head straight into Yadaragasu versus Saints and Sinners. If you can believe it, Rochelle got hit with the car to start this off. This was such a strong start by Saints and Sinners, a team that was not on my radar. Look at that. Hits him, bounces him off the body there, and is able to get another free one. Gets a double smack, finishes off Coach. The smoke on the back line. We've got this car that Nick has to be careful of. He's the last one alive at this point, unless he can get clear on the smoker. Tank just goes and finishes him off while the jockey carries away, and it's looking so good. But Saints and Sinners, after surviving the tank, do have a very tough survivor side on Chapter 1, so they don't get too much of an advantage. Watch this play out.
Yeah, let's see. They're pushing forward. They decide it looks like they leave him for dead. It looks like they might have shot a car alarm horde here now. Is that why there's so much horde going on?
Yes.
Oh, the charger. The charger
One,
capped them all.
2, 3. Yep. Heading straight into it. This was a tricky situation. Saints and Sinners not able to get over, so they decide to take it around the backside, which I like. But they meet a pretty awful fate here. Gotta cross your T's and dot your I's when you're playing against some of these teams, or they'll catch you. There it is.
No. Do they know they can go back? Did they know to go?
They tried
okay,
to. They tried to. They couldn't do it though.
Unlucky.
So Saints and Sinners, they're not out of it yet. As you can see, the scoreline is still looking pretty decent for them. And this is going to be another shiny moment for Saints and Sinners.
Oh!
Look at the car!
Was that
and the double smack.
That was a double punch, wasn't it, no?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Nasty by Saints and Sinners.
Little score glitch, I think, right?
Yeah, yes. No, actually, wait. No, it
No, no,
was
no,
it
no. Never
was
mind. Never mind. You're
Yadoragasu.
right.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And so we're thinking Saints and Sinners can get back into this at this point. They're very poised to do so. But they walk into this unorthodox hit and look at it unfold. Jockey gonna carry down. Smoker able to cover. Spit blocking. Jockey continue, and the charger connects as well. Lewis drops down to try to clear for his team, but look at all those bonus slip out of their hands. And by the end, Yadoragasu did take that dub.
I love these names. Silence Assassin. It's
Just think
it's
how
just
those
great.
line up.
It's great. You don't get very many opportunities for that, no.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see this one, no. I didn't see this match. This is one
Okay.
that I missed. This is one of the ones that I didn't get to see.
So Silences is well, I'll wait for this hit. The climb up on the charge with the jockey drop down carries through. They do get the wall bang clear on the jockey, which saves them a bit, as well as a quick clear on the hunter, but still a nice 10% out of Silences. You may recognize some of the members of Silences. They are also known as Sigma males. They did quite well in Smonkey Cup 3rd place. So they are not a team to be trifled with. Look at this beautiful execution. Charge all the way home. Triple boom while they're dealing with the hunter. And smackdown after smackdown from the charge.
I mean, considering that was a 3-boom, I thought that clear was pretty impressive, but that's a lot of damage
True.
to take on the opening hit. No, it's tallying up to
It didn't
25%.
Yeah. Even with the smoker on the back line wrapping around the CIs, it was so nasty. But Assassins looked like they could recover. The scoreline isn't horrible. You see 347 bonus left, but it's all HB on the back line. What does SL do? They hit the back line. They get the collat charge. The smoker tongue did get broken, but he reconnects with it, and all of their bonus is gone. That was worth over 200 points, maybe closer to 300 points.
That is heartbreaking when you're trying to mount a comeback
Yeah.
now, because it looks like if they would have had like those 300 points or those 2 something there, they might have a chance.
Right.
But not a late tank, but this looks like it's going to be a disastrous hit incoming.
Yeah, this was another nice moment from Assassins. Jockey catches from the side, carries through the spit, carries him into a side room. They're in this maze of rooms. They do eventually find the clear. But this was just another moment where Assassins did put up to a team that is quite well respected in the South American scene. They even get an excellent tank here. Not the easiest tank. Keep in mind, all that verticality, all the movement potential to keep jumping on top of the shelves, keep the tank away from you and looking embarrassed. But this tank from Assassins locks it in. They, in fact, find the full... Look at that hunter catch. Now Rochelle's in the corner. Goes for a rock. The hunter does get cleared. But boom, now he's down and finishes off the other. And it's a clear. It could still be done by Assassins at this point. But I hate to tell you, it was a tough fought road for them. Look at this. Rochelle, not on the same page as her team at all. They're like, okay, well, I guess we'll go help Rochelle. I turn around, jockey on the head, behind the pole. There's the damage.
Wow, Rochelle got a little overzealous there, separated from her team.
Yeah.
Causing to lose all the HP. And then here's one. No Glitch Academy against Okori, who will be in the grand finals of RBT, by the way. But
Congrats.
The question is, will they be in the finals of KIC too? Oh,
Ooh,
it's a possibility.
Good question.
We'll have to find out.
Right. And the play out of Hikori certainly made me think, from this match alone, was extremely promising for them. This was a very tough matchup for No Skilch Academy. And most of these replays are focused around Hikori, yes, but they actually did put up a great fight here and there. They just weren't able to string it together. Look at the tank, look at the rock control, the car control, and look at this. Hikori actually managed to spawn in the tank and open the door based on the timings there. So they are looking like they can blast it if they can just survive this tank. Tank hops through. And this was just a questionable... Actually, it did... So look at the smoke pull through. We still have two SIs in the back. He thinks that the jockey is going to be able to cover, or the smoker is going to be able to cover. And I actually like that play from Excel in that moment. It may be questionable, but he trusted in his team. Unfortunately, his team wasn't able to back him up. So as we flip forward to No Skilch Academy's side, This is looking pretty decent for them. They've taken some tough hits, but this was a beautiful one out of Hikori. Not only do they get the separation with the jockey, but the boomer blocks the door. Triple stumble, which buys them just enough time to wrap with this jockey around the corner, and down goes Rochelle.
Oh, what a lot of separation there. What a big separation. Oh, look at this. Pushing aggressive.
They
Corey
went very
Chris.
aggressive.
I forgot that Chris is on Hikori for this tournament.
Yeah.
That is right. Fear Factory Chris. Leg for Hikori in his first match. I like the smoker early pull. Doesn't really. Oh, he gets yeeted down. No. Wait, what? Did he get it?
I know. You see that banner? This little floating banner thing saved him. I don't know what that was. He fell on it first. He didn't die. It's crazy.
Yeah, plus maybe the tree too. I didn't get to see it, but that was
Right.
wild.
That was a really interesting moment. But up next, we got Slayers versus Los Pilares. And this was a really tough survivor side for SL. Of course, on this chapter 1 of Death Toll, it's difficult all around with this tank. But it's looking like they might survive at this point. But Numb is able to lock in. 1,500 health left.
Oh.
There goes 2. Not quite 3.
There it goes.
Make it 3.
Oh, there goes 4.
Make it 4. But SL's not done fighting. They're back on their tank. They're able to shut down Los Pilares pretty well. Didn't even let him get any bonus. Look at the triple boom catch. Jockey does get cleared, but the charger ready for the follow-up. Doesn't kill him quite yet. Team eventually able to clear that charge. But with the SI or the CIs running in, they have nowhere to go. Double smack galore. Down they go. And now it's looking like SL, you see they only have 44 points. They've been struggling, but look at the tank. He baits them into this 3-1 scenario. He wraps perfectly into the car, has plenty of time, and catches them off guard. Smoker isolation as well, and he kills, yeah. They drop over to clear the smoker, straight into some smacks. Hunter catches on the back line, rock to the face onto Zoe. It's looking good for SL at this moment. I think the scores are bugged right here. SL should have 44. But, you know, they just had a great tank. Unfortunately, they walk into the quad boom with the Hunter catch. Look at the jockey just hanging out in the side room. No one brave enough to run through. They don't want to sacrifice their own HP for this. And they just have to watch as their teammate goes down. No, don't. Yeah. And the reset.
Oh, man, that's unlucky. But it happens. That's a difficult choke point now if you don't know what's going on. Oh, and he gets the car on him. He actually died.
Sure did. One down. Again, worries about SL. How much can they do here? We got Patas. Actually not able to hit the car far enough. Barely moving it with this hit.
Oh.
But he'll get pretty good distance with that one. And you can see, even though it looks like Los Pilares has been on top, they're not ahead by that much. Patas is already dead with the tank coming in, and the tank is early. And we're going to see him play with a mess of hittables. Finds another one. Now we got the survivors completely stranded 1-1. And he's going to be able to take it slow. Plenty of health left to play this out. And they actually do wipe Los Pilares once again. And once again, I'm like, SL can find a way back in this. They can. But look at how this tank plays out.
Oh, I wonder if they needed to go in there for ammo. Look, they have no bullets. That's why they're in there now. Everybody's out of ammo.
You're absolutely right. Smoke pool onto the dumpster. You're thinking, where is he? They get the clear. But he's not cleared enough. Bullseye. Just got Flocky left. He goes down now. But look, again, SL threatening to recover here. You see the scoreline. They're down by about 1250, which is absolutely doable with this bonus left. But they got a tank left. They position up here on the docks MK, which I don't know how you feel about that. But it didn't seem to be the perfect setup. I like the in the water a lot more. And you can see they just got a lot to wrap around here. They absolutely destroy the bonus of SL. And they will be locking in the win with that. As we head into our next match, we got Teleturbios versus Yakuza. This is a great one. Um, got some Bolivian members on each of these sides, which is interesting to see. Shout out Bolivia. Yakuza looking very good through here. They've already dealt with the tank. I'm thinking, they're home free. But look at Nick. He's way too far up. He gets Smoker pulled through. The charge comes through. Hunter. We still got the jockey alive. He does get M2'd away, but he's going to be able to reconnect onto Rochelle and start dragging her the opposite direction. Charge still not getting dealt with. And finally, they wipe it up. They lose everything for that.
Wow, that's so much damage now. They could have walked in with a huge bonus, it seemed there.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But unfortunately...
Uh-oh.
Yeah. You'll notice Rochelle was so low, and I was thinking, oh, well, if the car hits her, who even cares? But yeah, that's going to be 2 full health targets, and that is going to be a very rough situation for Teleturbios.
Yeah, maybe it looked like another car comes in and cleans it up. Maybe you should get those pills popped just a little bit earlier, maybe.
All right, so tank for Teleturbios. They get the ink cap. We still got Smoker Charger Jockey. Smoker isolation. Charger finds his target. Unfortunately, Jockey gets dealt with. Maybe if he could have gone for Rochelle there. But regardless, this was a really nice moment for Teleturbios. They get 3 down, but actually the tank starts throwing rocks here. I would have loved to see him just run at the last alive survivor. And Yakuza's actually able to lock in a good chunk of distance from that. And then they follow this up with this massive SI hit. The tank is not even in yet. They just get this beautiful hit, and down they go. It was rough.
Yeah, nothing. It looks like a big hit coming out there. Almost looks like a tri-cap came out at the same time with the Charger playing Pinata, but separation, everything was gone. And now we'll switch over to Aimware Corporation against Boys in the Favela. Good to see the Boys of the Favela back in action.
Oh, yeah.
Here is going to be actually Aimware Corporation's tank. And I'll tell you, I was completely surprised at how impressive they played this with their support. Tank would get a punch. Look at this rolling tri-cap and all. Just imagine if he kept that corner. That probably would have been a wipe. And now he had a chance to kind of curl him here. And I think he makes a little bit of a misplay on the decommit. I think he should have stayed around the fence and guard those hittables, not letting his teammates come to clear that. And they'll be able to pick everybody up, but that was very impressive nonetheless coming out from Aimware Corporation for their opening tank. I believe they might get a rock or 2 more here. Yeah, I think a rock comes out, and I believe that will be the extent of their damage. But look at it already. No, it's just so much coming out from the first tank. And
yeah, well played. Not a team that's been on my radar, but the Russian teams have been doing quite well.
Yeah, but actually, Boys of the Favela is quite a mix of people from all over the place. I believe.
Oh, well, I mean Aimware.
Oh, Aimware. Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure.
But shout out to Boys in the Favela as well. I think we got some Oceanic representation with them, right? So cool to see an Oceanic team in Balfour D2 comp.
Yeah, they've been known. They played under a couple different names over the years, but this is what they're going for, and this is going to be actually Hydro's tank going in. Sorry, I bumped the media player and put the R up there, but what a charge coming out, able to get the hit, and Hydro's going to be able to grind someone out with ease, I believe. Look at how aggressive Shiro got there, and it didn't work out for his favor. Hydro almost dead. One more smack, gets the kill before he dies off. But they still got 3 survivors, and they're going to send the quad in, and it's tough to handle, especially when everything lands perfectly. The jockey actually landed, and the Charger took it, making the jockey look like he's the one who didn't do his job. And then the jockey takes a Smoker guy, actually, to make it look like Smoker didn't do his job.
Fine.
Sugarcane field coming up here. Smoker pull goes out, gets cleared very early. Actually, Smoker the Charger gets a double charge. There's another 2 cap. There's actually 2 double caps going in almost in a row there. And I'm showing this because that was the most damage Aimware Corporation got on this chapter. Nice double-digit damage going in. And here we go. The little business decision from the survivors here not to run through the spit. They're like, we're just going to kind of hang out here and let you take the damage.
Ooh,
26% opening attack. Now, I believe you were here. You were here with me during this match as well.
that was so nasty. I don't think I can make it to this one.
Oh, this
I
is
could
this
be
is one that you
wrong.
missed.
Yeah, I'm loving this.
Yeah, nice little two cap in the back there. Smoker has to get hunt down and killed, and this is just the Favela boys throwing in double-digit damage hits almost the whole chapter there. That one was almost 18. This is going to be Robex's commit, longtime player slash config creator as well. Gets his second smack in there. There's another punch. Incap goes out, still has 3,300 HP. Makes me wonder what they were focusing down with that aim wearing title in their name, and they get rolled double cap up, and this will clean it up for them. As Robex,
Dang.
I believe, comes over and finishes up with a punch. And that pretty much put this one out of reach and all, but it's not over yet. Here is Shiro going up with his tank. And this was actually a pretty good commit, I thought, but a little bit questionable decision once he came in here. His support is up. Look at, he has nowhere to go. He takes the pull guy, though. The charger comes in and misses. It's another punch, and the survivors really haven't shot him much now. This is where the hunter will get shut down. He does land the rock there, I believe, and he decommits. And this is going to be his second commit. I think he thought he was second pass there, but he's not. Looking to get mowed down. You need to help him early. He'll get the rock. The charger will take his guy. He tries to punch him. They kill him off, but they still do get an in cap. Pretty standard tank nonetheless, but they drew it out pretty far, or pretty long.
Yeah.
Now they're going to transition on the downside, but they forgot somebody. They forgot their ability to reproduce up on the top level, and they get two capped. The jockey's down there, but you don't M2 the hunter, or that will happen to you. No, that's why you don't M2 a hunter. Make sure you shoot it, kill it. The hunter was only 37 HP, and that will be the wipe onto them. But here comes Aimware's final tank rolling in. His support completely fails him. He goes in, gets the first punch on the target that was pulled. Gets another punch, and he's about to meet his demise and doesn't connect with the car. And that will be the Favela boys putting up 4+ K on their opening match. Good job by them. And then Aimware has to take a hit as the charge comes out there. There's still someone pounced on top of the roof. Somebody was charged in the spit as well. There was a 2-charge going on. They kill the spitter on the pounce guy, which eventually is not going to quite in-cap him, but devastating damage. And then Dina comes in to clean it up, gets kited around, forgot the car was on the wrong side of the fence. He has no car. He's just chasing. He tries to decommit, then he goes to the car, and it works out for him because all the infected hold him there. And Dina does get the in cap, but that's all he's going to be able to mount up. Not the greatest tank, but the W was already solidified by that point now.
Absolutely. And with that, we are going to head into Los Caballitos de Totora versus Karazuno. That is, of course, Vaso de Leche.
Yeah, Vaso de Leche coming up with a different name. This is going to be KZT's commit with their tank. Good job by Vaso de Leche getting the damage there. I'm going to keep calling him that. It's a habit. But he gets a double punch there, or 2 punches there. Look at this boom go out now. It looks like it's going to be so much more devastating. The high pounds, but the charger tried to go for the green guy and just doesn't connect and doesn't help at all to that tank commit.
Yeah.
And here was crazy hit, and I'll let you take it.
Okay, the jockey trying to get in there, charge. It is the try. Nasty. He's going to carry him all the way home. Rochelle finally clearing for her teammate, and the smoker eventually letting go. But there goes 2/3 of the bone, or 1/3 of the bonus, and look at him all the way up on the hill. Down goes Angelito.
So much damage coming out here, and I kind of missed this from the camera, but we'll see it through the wall. I didn't expect this. They ran 3 and 1. The charger gets a double. The hunter actually stops the charger there. That's why he just stuck, and it actually works out for these. It affected a lot there and all because the spit spread on both of them. Because that charger should have went through the door there, or the broken wall, not stopped there. That was all the hunter.
Right, I watched that one, or I cast this one with you, and I was shocked when that happened. When they were able to find that much damage with that hit, that was really impressive moment. And Cannoli gonna be able to finish off this tank with 1 rock.
Yeah, that was a very tough tank for Cannoli to come out. He managed to get the wipe when the survivors were in such good shape. But here's going to be a 2-cap coming out. The Charger grabs Cannoli as well. The Smoker grabs again for a second time and then gets cleared as well. It was so close to a tri-cap there, but didn't quite work out. Double-digit damage coming out from KZT. I'll tell you what, Nall. KZT was getting some damage in, but just not enough in a row to mount up to anything.
Right. Yeah, as you see, the tank gets wrapped around multiple times. They finally find the corner. But with all the survivors up on the sidelines, able to just shoot shot after shot, this tank's got no hope. Not quite able to find the end cap. Quick clear on that Smoker. And we move over to Karazuno's survivor side. Standing up in the spit. I miss her. Gonna go down.
I bet you they do miss her because she ain't standing up no more, I'll tell you that.
Right.
And they haven't gotten to the tank yet, but here's going to be the tank. This is going to be the commit from Karma. Jumping in there, trying to split the survivors, gets the first punch. There goes, he actually misses one there. Follows up with one, switches over to Ellis. Ellis gets punched up top and pulled immediately into a corner.
Ooh.
The tank
Okay.
quick slaps it down, though. Quick turnover, gets Rochelle in the corner. I miss her again. Is getting the crap beaten out of her by the infected, and now they're just too slow, not able to do anything, and Karma's way too healthy there now.
That is going to be an easy finish for LCT. You can see they've got quite the lead, and they do, of course, finish off with that dub. Kicking it over, Ascendant versus Midnight Team.
And this is I pulled again, Lion's tank coming in. He gets the pull for his tank this time. This time it's not him getting pulled. As he gets the corner, gets Lewis down at 29. Actually, he misses there. Gets the in-cap at 2K. Running circles around. Finally gets the corner onto Francis. The support comes in. Oh, the jockey and the Smoker had the same idea. Unfortunately, Lion's not going to be able to get the wipe. And I remember this now. This has looked like a pretty promising start from Midnight. An unknown team coming into this.
Yeah, they're also the only team from Brazil that I know of here at the KIC. So shout out to them. Great initial showing, but they were met with some tough times. We'll say that much. Andre on the tank. He's already down 2,500. He's only managed to secure one hit. Ascendant was getting pretty close to those cars, so they do wrap it back around, split 2-2, and Andre's just not able to do anything.
Here he's going to be the commit for MT's tank. An odd commit path there. He drops down right away. Chooses to go up the ladder. The jockey gets the corner for him. He gets a punch. Punches him kind of far away. But more important, why has nobody shot this tank? He's missing punches, but he's still at so much HP. They focus him down there, though, no.
Oh, man.
And they were dancing on him. But he was so healthy for so long that I probably could have got an in-cap and got out. But they're going to go here. Tri-cap coming out, one survivor up, saving them from the quad, though. They're not going to get quadded, but look at that bonus just disappear, no. It's almost gone.
Ascendant doing what Ascendant does. Also, I think that was Krycho with the movement. Dude, that was ridiculous there. Avoiding smack after smack. Straight into this, insult to injury for Midnight Team.
Yeah, they even lose a survivor.
Ooh.
Borkus unfortunately dies. They're going to lose him. The spit goes in, and now it's just two survivors struggling with somebody laying on the ground. Spawns are half up. Boomers in, smokers in, spitters in. The proxy goes out. It's just too much for them to handle as they are about to lose their teammate on the ground, and the commons just won't let it happen now.
Yeah. Constantly interrupting it. They know it's a fight against time here as well. They know these SIs are coming back up. Charger, Hunter got more come up as well. Charge immediately stopped the pickup. And the writing is on the wall. Down they go. That survivor that they spent so much trying to help up does die. And they get in-capped as well.
Yeah, but let's see if MT can bounce back with this tank here. He does have the car in a decent spot. He chooses to go up the stairs, gets baited, goes back down the stairs. His support goes in right away, which was interesting, no. He gets his corner. Unfortunately, that was a God-framed rock. He mistimed it. And just gets one hit. That will be it.
Rough. MT struggled to find the tank damage. Oh! All right, Innuendo, the double cap as well. Easy, able to go back for the car, get the bounce off the wall, not quite, but takes a long time for the clear, and he's going to do it himself and get the grind out as well. Why not?
Yep, Innuendo does clean up a survivor. See if he can pop it up to get one more. He can't. He's not cooperating with him. You know he wants to try. There he does, but the survivor's back off. And I don't believe he gets any more. He tries to hide, but he gets a rock for his troubles. Waiting for help desperately. The Boomer will grab one. Hunter's going to look. Car comes flying. The bank shot. I don't even think that Zoe realized that would have hit her. It just wobbled around the side. And here comes the cleanup.
That was just crazy out of Innuendo. I love it. The rock to the dome. And then as they run back, the car into the nice little triple cap here. Ascendant continues to impress.
And at this point of the map, look at Ascendant's health. Oh. They eat the double charge in the back. The Smoker there to help. They get the 2 cap, but he does clear up the Smoker and the Charger. And that was the first damage hit they take here. And here goes Ascendant landing a tri-cap out of the safe room, but the jockey gets freed, so a double cap comes out.
Sure, it's not an insta-kill, but it's still some really nice damage. 15% onto Midnight Team straight out the gate. And Midnight Team, you can tell, extremely hurting for points, so they're definitely doing their job. A nice little isolation here as well. Finally able to get that clear on the smoke. Boom, stumbles back into the spit. MT continues to unravel.
And here comes the final tank of this tournament match. It is a Kryja tank, and let me tell you now, this tank is going to be pretty wild how this unfolds. This is just madness all around. I don't know how that car misses them. Pretty sure Kryja wasn't too happy, but he starts off with his first punch there. He gets danced on for a minute, takes a punch there, decides that this is going to be his target. He pops the pills. Now it's going to take 3 more punches to get him down. He got 1 there. There goes the second. This will finally in-cap him. He still has 1,400 HP. He's going to get his dumpster, miss a punch there. Turn punch on the dumpster, no one to hit. Ooh. Gets his hatchback though. Nobody's shooting him for some reason anymore. He hasn't been shot at for at least about 20 seconds. He gets his hatchback over. He's finally being shot again. Now they finally do get the pickup, and Kryja goes around to try to get this because someone is jocked. It's not going to land. He'll get another punch. In-caps that person for a second time with the hatchback. And at this point, this will be all that Kryja could do. Actually, one more punch, and what a crazy unorthodox tank fight coming out there.
That was ridiculous. I was so surprised. And Midnight Team able to survive it. Props to them. Of course, got some work to do before they can face down a team like Ascendant, but still respect. And right into it, we got Uwin versus, I'm not sure, who was that?
Ewan's against Hell's Kitchen coming in here.
Hell's Kitchen, not tagged up or anything.
Yeah, Hell's Kitchen, I'm not really familiar with much of the names. I know that their pitcher kind of trolls P-I-K or Pikes. I'm not quite sure.
Or
Pikes. It's probably Pikes.
I think that's
pronounced.
Their team captain.
Yeah, they're trolling him with his low MMR, probably because he just got ranked. And here, we're going to see a hang, unfortunately. There's going to be a lot of spit damage going on to Zoe here, as she has to get up in it. Spitter is not trying to let her up, but you can push the infected out of your way. And now they should be able to get the pickup with ease, but that's good damage coming out from the open hit. Double digits after the pickup consumes. 13% total. And here is going to be Ewan's BDK's commit. And these are almost all the original members in RBT7. Some of them are not. There's some other members that have joined Ewan here. And this will be the first in-cap coming out from VDK. Get an early punch or pounce there. Stumble into a punch. Gets a double punch. One of them was God-framed. And look at that beautiful 2-cap coming in there. Now, well done. As the tank can clean it up. And the in-cap guy trying to get the clear. But he's just going to chuck a rock over and end it right there. Boop. Beautifully done.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, hey, you're facing down what could be the #1 RBT winner, at least second place. Really impressive. Of course. Then look at the hit. Actually, Hell's Kitchen locking in some great damage there. Love that they're able to stand up against this Russian squad, which has been so dominant lately.
Yeah, they are in the grand finals of RBT for a reason, but this is their fight here. Interesting commit coming out there from Frank Pizza. Unfortunately, the commit path didn't work out for him. He fell off the ladder, and he has not got a punch until there. I flew into the wall. He gets a second punch, and that will be all he gets. And that is a very impressive 75% bonus being held on by the survivors. As we switch to Ewan's Infected, getting the double charge, I'm lingering in the wall again. Another 2-cap comes out, and that is just incredible back-to-back digit damage coming out from Ewan. As Rake is going to commit his tank here, longtime player in the community. There's an early pull. Good job. He gets a punch, 4,500 HP, and just look at his health when he gets his in-cap now. He's still at 3,500. He's so healthy right now. They didn't really do the greatest job, and that is a ladder punch done to perfection. And this is going to end up being a wipe onto Ewan. The last guy up, Zoe, gets hit by a rock, an easy cleanup for the Hunter.
Reg QQ, one of the new additions to UN, or not necessarily new, but an addition after RBT7, and he performs extremely well there with the tank. Look at that hit with the charge. Boom. He's taking so much damage. The jockey carry away, 15% hit right out the safe room.
Big one coming out, but now they're going to have to push through the house, and they actually push forward on the tank here now, which I didn't think was the worst. But you gotta clean up these commons as quickly as you can, and it doesn't look like they do a terrible job. Even the ski comes out.
Nice.
But unfortunately, the 2-cap lands, and look at the commons getting in there. Now they're getting common locked, giving easy punches, including doubles for Noro. Cleaning up the survivor team. This has already been so much damage, and look at how much health he has still. He's still over 3k when he got that corner, down to 2,400, but there's a pull onto the last guy. Carr will clean it up.
Fortunately, they got the ambulance right there, able to pick him up after what was a nasty tank wipe onto Hell's Kitchen. Flipping over to Chapter 4 for UN, the smoke pool into the double charge in the spit. And that's what I'm saying. Hell's Kitchen did have some impressive hits here and there for sure.
Yeah, they definitely did. They just had a difficulty just keeping up with their survivor side and putting points up, as Ewan's going to eat a double charge with a jock forward here. And this is actually going to probably be, I think, the most damage that they take in one hit. And this whole game was during that hit right here, as he gets pulled down to the basement. Hunter comes up from behind but gets skeeted. And Ewan will be able to pick everybody up. And then this is going to finish it off for them. And it is a death charge now. Say bye-bye to Lewis. And now there's only 3 more left.
Not going to be able to come back with a situation like that right out the safe room. That is for sure. But on to the next one. We got Bot versus Zeta Pin. Headed straight in on Pacifist.
He is in. Team Bot's going to be backing up. Can't say their real name, unfortunately. It's a little inappropriate, so we're not going to say it. What a Hunter Ski coming out there. And this is unfortunate for the tank, as he misses his first punch, gets one, and he dies off that fast because his support does nada, no, nothing.
Wow. Nice. Great way to start it off. They go back to the SI side. Going to be in the hands of Bravo.
Long-time community member. No, he's been in the community for many years. Fan favorite for a bunch. And he gets in, gets his punch. He leaves it for the Infected to grab, but nobody grabs him, no. Nobody went for him until the Charger decides to do it now.
He says, thank you very much.
He does land. Purple Smoker is the only one alive right now. He has to wait a couple seconds trying to go in for some slaps. Bravo will get an in cap. And what turned out to be a little bit more than a standard tank, in my opinion. It was a good start from Zitapen, but it all falls apart here.
The charge over. Gonna find target with the smoke as well. In the spit. Tons of spit damage. Finally getting it clear. Look at Sweet Moon. Sweet Moon getting absolutely blasted as well. Oh, I remember this moment, MK. Don't do it. Don't jump on the brush. Don't jump on the... Oh.
Don't do it. No, you don't do that.
You don't do that.
She even heard it too. No, you know,
yeah,
she heard it because she tried to
yes.
shoot it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, this is going to be the demise of Zetapen here, as they're going to struggle so hard to get this pickup that it just isn't going to work out for them. And this is going to be a long struggle, because it's going to end up to them dying. And it looks like they just keep giving up every once in a while, and I'm just surprised. Somehow, They manage to not shoot the car alarm. They get a skeet there, but the jockey comes to clean it up as the separation is going to end it for them. And this is just too much for Ellis to try to clear this jockey with spawns about to come up. And unfortunately, doesn't even get the M2 as you see the M2 go out, but it doesn't connect, and that'll finish it off for them.
Always love a healthy dose of trigger discipline, but they will be getting wiped up. Headed into the tank for Rigby on Zetapin. Gonna be headed straight into the billiards room. Missing some smacks. Jockey on the head gets quickly cleared. All the SIs are dead. He's only gotten a couple smacks, and down he goes. Lasered down once again by the bot squad.
And only one of those punches counted too, Gnarl. That would have God framed when you killed the hunter. And this is gonna be Bot's last choke point to take. And look at Zetapin actually doing great damage, having the survivor swimming in the spit. It was almost 20%, and that was the most they got. But we all do agree now that that choke point is very rough to take when you have something. And this is where it goes to, I don't know what happened here. I think Rochelle chose that she was done playing this game. And I'm not going to show a lot of the clip, but yeah, Rochelle ran forward and got herself killed, which allowed Purple to pretty much clean up the survivors without any effort, really, no.
Of course, with the self in cap. I tried to reason of why it happened, but sometimes the world works in mysterious ways, and people act on certain ways that nobody else could understand. It just happens. It's a natural fact of life. Zetapin gets wiped.
Yep, Hittable comes in for Zetapin. Sweet Moon is the tank. Gets it in a decent place, but he chooses to not go for it, which I don't disagree with. Early pounce. Beautiful rock comes in here, followed up by the punch. And what's looked like is going to be a beautiful double punch scenario coming up here. The jockey gets shut down. They don't even get body blocked by the jockey. And just allows him to punch Purple one more time before dying off.
Bot kills these tanks so fast. They don't give the tank any time to live at all or do anything. But Zetapin, life finds a way. I guess death does too. They find a nice little double cap on the back line. Does get quickly cleared up by Bot. But that was one of those shining moments out of Zetapin.
And here is going to be the tank for Team Bot into the hands of David. David gets the insta-commit, gets his corner, misses his punch unfortunately there. Hits some rubble, gets some damage with that. More rubble, more damage. Boat rubble, more damage. He's getting damage from all the environment. Finally gets another punch there. Turns onto the other survivor's left. He has a 2-cap to help him. Hunter lands, Smoker lands. Actually a tri-cap. Jockey trying to clean it up. Not able to do so. And David, and that's when the jockey catches the punch guy. And David's going to have to decommit. And let me tell you now, he decommits for a great reason. And he is going to punch something into the survivors that split them. It was very entertaining, but for some reason I think I cut it out. I think I did. We'll find out. Oh, the boomer kill from the car. I forgot about that. Let's see if I did clip. I clipped it out. And I clipped this one short too now because they stayed here for about 5 minutes.
They did. This was a really long sequence here. Unfortunately, Zetapin systematically dismantled by Bot here. They started to fall apart, and Bot took advantage of every single misstep. It was really disgusting to watch. You see the charge come in on the backline, Smoke interrupting the pickup with that pistol. He's struggling to clear the tongue. He can't quite do it. Finally gonna get the clear on the tongue itself. You see the bonus. And look, he's still look at you just looking up at this guy. Hello. Yeah, he still got him. And even drops down for the smack interrupt. Oh my god, what a nuisance.
Even more. Spitter isn't done delaying this, but this will be the end of it. As you can see there, we've already been here for about 1 minute and 20 seconds watching them struggle for this pickup. They will get the pickup now, and
start shooting him.
Unfortunately, they're not going to make it, but this is where we're going to go over the next side, and I think this is where we have something entertaining happen to David, where David gets to fight the tank from a situation, from an area we never get to see it, and unfortunately, Purple is going to fall victim again as the one who gets hit by the car. And here goes David for a ride, David. And he is going just to be kind of chilling on these posts. And I like the fact that he holds the ground as the car gets so close.
He gives him a haircut.
Doesn't even move from the rock. He holds his ground.
Yes.
Decides to change his area here, jumping down the poles. Finally falls down. Misses
He
the rock
shouldn't
though.
have.
And the jump punch from the tank onto David, and the tank is not going to last much longer. But he'll get a couple more slaps, getting the in cap onto David as he switched over to a car. This one's so close. Not quite going to grab Bravo. And this tank's demise is inevitable, and he will die off. But
Oh my!
we forgot it is going to be Bravo getting charged into Purple, getting Purple killed. And I'm telling you, that's not the first time Bravo got Purple killed. No, he's done that many times.
Dash says noob down. I think Purple said to clears please or something like that. They attempt the insta kill straight out the gate onto Zetapin, just barely missing that IPK. I would have loved to see it.
And look at this, he almost walks off too. Now look how close it's.
Yeah! Whoa!
Almost gets the kill, but it's for Nye. And look at this boomers. They attack right as the transition in. Keeps everybody outside. They get the 2-cap in the back. Actually, it was a rolling 2-cap, but the smoker gets cleared at the same time that charger lands. So it's not quite a try. But the damage is monumental. Again, double digit coming out. And this is when they knew it was over. And they're just going to push forward into Dash's tank, a.k.a. Trump. As the survivor gets grabbed forward. Going to grind it out. And Dash is going to play with his food before he finishes this off.
Yeah. I'm glad you included this one. I thought this was pretty funny on Zetapin. They're like, yeah, we're going to send this one.
And there he goes. He drops it down. The Charger just M1s off the rooftop. The jockey stumbled to the double punch, though.
Boom.
Charger just kind of hanging out, waiting for something to do. Then he turn punches onto Peony. Another punch onto him. And one more will get the in cap from the car. And now this is going to be Dash trying for the longest arms ever. Not going to reach that punch. Not going to reach that one either. He tries again. The fourth miss in a row coming out from Dash. 5 whiff punches. He decides to stop punching, and then the Hunter saves him from embarrassment. No more misses after that, and that would be the GG's.
Well played across the board, especially by bots. Head into Goat versus Skate Pum. This was a team. Skate Pum, I was thinking they would put up at least somewhat of a decent fight, but the Goat that showed up last night was ridiculous. We see the first hit come out, stumbles on the boom, charge catches out front, gets a number of smackdowns. They're down 10%, and what a nice little way to start off the match for Goat.
Yes, and this is going to be Sawa bringing in the cars. This is actually the final match of our highlight reel. It was a long one now. We had a lot of matches going on this first week.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to go over, but here he is committing. He has the cars in a great place. The survivors cannot push out. So he's going in, completely relying on a tri-cap. Gets an early punch, 2800. There goes his second, but he missed it. Third punch, 17. Here goes the support. What a shutdown on the Hunter, though. And that is not going to lead up to much more for Sawa. Trying to grab one more punch, misses there. Not able to get anything, and he will die off.
And we're like, okay, Escape Pump. Okay.
A little excited there, right? You're a little bit excited, no? I was happy for it. And here's their infected, no? What do you think?
So we go into it. Charger, Hunter, Jockey looks good to me. They're going to be hopping over from the opposite, or from the ends. They're kind of making scatter formation here. Hunter connects, Charger in the wall, and again it's looking good for Skate Pump, but they just get the clears, the rock into the smack. It is just going to be one in cap, and it's higher going to be going down shortly. So not a bad tank. Looked like with those SIs hitting it could be a little bit more, but not quite. We head into chapter 2 tank.
Yeah, Darkman's is going in here. He has his commit, but look at Goat just melt him down to 3600 before he gets anybody. And now that he missed, he had 2400 missed. He gets his first punch at 1500. But right now the survivors had to focus SI for just a minute. And one in cap tank coming out. I would say pretty standard as well from a lot of the matches we see now. Just one in cap.
Yeah, definitely not too good, not too bad. It is what it is. We see a stairwell hit attempt with the charge. Look, he's not even looking at him. and it somehow misses. That would have been so sick if that could have landed. Hunter could have helped cover. Smoker could have continued ripping away, but with the charge miss, it makes things a little bit awkward. Now we head over to SKT's side. Tank could be in the hands of AIM, and they seriously outperform SKT here with this tank. This is what really shifted the momentum of the game. The smoke pulled through. We got the double boom as well, which signaled his engagement. He's got Captain Dark Maze in the corner. Down he goes. We still got a Charger Smoker as well as a Jockey in here to charge in the wall. Got them all scrambled up. Smoker able to find, well, he goes for a pull, but Jockey takes it, which is completely fine. Isolation, smoke pull into the rock. And it's just such a nasty tank out of GOAT. What are you supposed to do if you're SKT? You just gotta take it, and they are gonna get wiped. Very nasty play out of GOAT.
Yeah, we would say that they did good map 1. Skate Pump did a good job. They put up a respectable bonus, but Chapter 2 is where it gets difficult, a little bit more challenging. Chapter 3 is about the same, just a little bit more darker for the survivors to see.
Right.
And here's going to be their commit. He gets the punch. The Charger will miss. This Hunter gets nothing. The Jockey got nothing. He's just punching. The Hunter finally takes the target that the tank was going to take. Throws a rock that hits nothing because it would have been God framed anyways, and
Yeah.
that's all he's gonna get there now. And look at Goat's bonus, still 70%.
Yeah, it's just looking more and more perilous for GOAT. As we flip over, you see GOAT managed to get over almost 3,500 after 3 chapters. Tank now going to be in the hands of Healy himself. And look at the Smokers, still putting in work. Look, the Smokers are standing up there. Hello, but we don't hit them. We hit the tank. I respect it. You do want to kill the tank. Sure, you got to do that. But the Smoker is still alive. The Smoker's still alive and well. Charger, Jockey, both going in there. Jockey into a perfect corner. Hits him out of it. But regardless, the smoke is there for finishing him off. They split, but I don't like the split because he's only on 1,000 HP left on this tank, and he's able to get a number of more smacks. Yes, he does prevent the down, so I guess 50-50, half a dozen or 6, depending on how you look at it, just perspective, but tough situation there for SKT.
Yeah, as Gatos is going to have the final tank of the game for his team. He does manage to get a punch. The hitables wasn't really cooperating at this point. They'll get a smoke forward, which looks kind of rough for GOAT. The Hunter kind of gets just skeeted out. It can't really do anything as he gets a pull over here, and he desperately needed a wipe on this tank. We were talking about mathematics and how it might work out. They get Sawa down. The car alarm gets set off too. He's throwing a rock, staying behind the car. He lands the rock on the pickup, stops the pickup because he hits Sawa, which also somehow hits Healy. And he hits at him again. Now he has a corner on the inside. Actually punches through, hits the survivor, and hits the car and the survivor, but the car doesn't hit the survivor somehow. And now it's just a run to the safe room here and all. And this is a Charger missing. The Hunter getting just enough of a delay to help the Smoker get the pull on the bottom, and the tank punches away so they can't clear Zoe or Rochelle there. And if he can get into the safe room, he'll get the distance. But the question is, can he now? Will he?
Willie! Dude, I loved it. I mean, it was like the most bizarre thing I've ever seen, but I loved the attempt. It would have been such a cherry on top if you were able to lock in that. But here's a little cherry on top for you. Extreme trying to get the car unwedged. Will he get it? And in the meantime, a beautiful charge. And, Dark Maze as good as dead here. He lives to fight for another millisecond, and he will go down.
It's amazing how he hit in between there for at least 2 hits, but unfortunately it will fall to his demise as a ricochet car grabs a survivor up top, leaving only 2 left, and they're separated. The Smoker will grab that one. The tank's like, nah, I want to play with food. Let me have him. Throws a rock, hits him, follow-up punch, and will go down to the commons there as we have 1 survivor standing still, calling the GGs. And that will be it. And congratulations to GOAT, of course, getting the victory there. The first week in the Kings Infernus Cup. And that will bring it to end of our highlight reel now. And that will bring it to a close of our second live show for Kings Infernus Cup. And man, that was a crazy highlight wheel.
Yeah, that was so great to watch. At first, when we were putting these together, I was kind of like culling them down, being like, oh, that's not that great of a replay. But honestly, when I went through these highlights, I was like, well, they have got way too many, but I'm sending them in anyways. And You had kind of the same idea. I mean, sometimes you say quality over quantity, but if you got quality and quantity, why not do it? It was a pleasure to watch, a pleasure to talk over. There were a number of there was like a range of different matches. You know, you get to RBT 7, you're here at like the playoffs, and every single match, you know, is guaranteed to be a top tier neck and neck match. And so it is kind of fun to have a range of different things. Even when it is very one sided, it's still some entertainment to cast. I know that much for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is just the beginning. We are just starting.
Yeah.
We're week 1 in. We still have 2 more weeks of their group stage before they're going to send it over to, I think it's 3 group stages before they do their bracket.
Okay.
So keep an eye for that whenever that'll come to conclusion. I think it's going to be one week at a time now, not in 2 weeks like the first week was. So I think it's going to change. So games will come flying in a little bit more aggressively. Just because RBT's ending doesn't mean Left 4 Dead is. It's just beginning. Like I said, we have 18 months of excitement coming out here now, and I'm so looking forward to it. As we say, we have the custom campaign coming up, the Camila Cup, I believe it's called. We have
Kamika.
the Kamika Cup coming up, and some other hidden ideas that haven't been shown yet. So that'll be exciting as well.
Yeah, yes, all super exciting. And yeah, with it being back to 1 week, we've got our work cut out for us on the weekends for sure, especially Sunday, because there are still so many teams in King's Infernus Cup. Did some teams drop out? Sure, it happens every single cup, every tournament, but with 64 entrants and more added in week 1, which I think was a great decision by the admins to kind of fill the holes. We've still got so many matches to cover for a number of weeks before they start culling down the ranks a bit.
Yep, but that is going to bring it to the end of our live show. We're going to set it off here. It's crazy that it was an hour and 19 minutes of highlights we went through.
Yeah,
That's how long that reel was. So hopefully everybody enjoyed it. It was an honor to go through it with you, Nall, and share with everybody at home. Thank you guys for joining us. I know everybody probably wanted a match, but it's great to see the best of what you had for the week. So,
right.
is there anything you would like to set off before we do a shout out and do a raid on to Adam?
I'll let you handle it. You got exactly what your shout out is. I think you got the perfect, everything you say about it is, exactly my thoughts. So you take it away, MK.
All right. Shout out to the tournament admins for running the tournament. Shout out to the server admins for having the servers for us to play on. Shout out for the players for playing in the tournament. And of course, everybody at home for watching. We thank you guys, because without you guys, it's not possible. And we'll see you soon. Have a good one, Caballo. Bye to you too, my friend. See you guys in a couple days. Goodbye.